All right, here with head coach Fred McNair. Coach, just want to open up about a statement from last week's game and then getting ready for Texas Southern and homecoming.
Real tough outing down in Baton Rouge, Southern Jaguars, and it was tough. That was a tough battle. I told the guys you got to play 60 minutes. I'm not quite sure we played 60 minutes. We played probably 30 minutes in the course of that ball game, and just came out on the short end against a real physical and tough Southern Jaguar football team. Dooley had those guys ready to play. The atmosphere was great, so just came out short on the note.
Coach, just talk about your relationship with Dooley and how he was an offensive guru. But Coach, you guys said Thomas really nullified them in the second half, and just the relationship you have and what you guys may have said post game that you could share.
Throughout the whole conference, it's a competitive conference as far as coaches wise. We always stay in contact with each other. Whether we going through a visiting team routine where they're coming here or we're going there. It's always interesting when we show up during pregame and have a little talk during pregame, like we did this past weekend. Just got a chance to just speak up on some stuff. Then of course at the end of the game, it's all good faith and just talk about, just congratulating each other and move on to the next one. So those things happen in the course of these coaches in the conference. This is a relationship that we build in terms of togetherness as far as this conference goes.
Coach, you had to turn the page quickly, get ready for homecoming, and a young man by the name of Andrew Body. Just talk about Texas Southern and some of the problems that they bring, and as well as talking about the quarterback, the likes of Body.
I think that they got a very established quarterback in Andrew Body. He leads the team in passing and things of that nature. So he's a two-headed monster. So he can run the ball as well as pass it. So we just got to do a great job of containing him, giving him different looks in the secondary, to kind of confuse him a little bit in his eyes. And we just got a tough fight ahead of us. Texas Southern, Coach McKenzie got those guys playing extremely hard. About for the most wins they had in the season this year. So just looking forward to the test, and we just got to get ourselves ready to play football this weekend. It's a big weekend coming for us, so you just got to be ready to play, and especially after the loss against Southern last week. We just can't afford to slip up on that other one. So we just got to play steady ball, got to play a full 60 minutes, all phases of it. We just got to bring all this stuff together.
Coach, talk a little bit about the Texas Southern defense. It was one that forced a couple of turnovers against Southern, defeated Southern, and, it was seen as a shock at the time because they played some really good ball games this year.
Well, they have. They played some close ball games. If you look at the scores and look at the stats and in terms of what they do, defense have been playing well. They don't give up the big plays on defense. They're going to make you nickel and dime it. So we just got to be patient on offense to just take what they give us, from a quarterback standpoint, from a coaching view, too. Just can't be trying to force it in. Just got to just take it and just drive the ball down the field. They try to get you to make long drives and for you to make mistakes in that defense that they're playing. So we just got to be careful in things that they do. And on their offense, we just got to be able to maintain those two running backs and Andrew Body.
Coach, talk about your defense a little bit and how each week, Coach, it has gotten better and better. And the halftime adjustments afterwards have been absolutely phenomenal.
It has been. I think on both sides of the ball, we've been doing a great job of coming in and making adjustments prior to coming out of halftime, doing the things we need to get done to take care of the business or slow down what they're doing. In terms of executing offense, we didn't do too bad of a job this past weekend executing at the second half. I think we made some adjustments that was good, but get down in the red zone, we got to make sure we score.
Coach, when you lead in and you look at special teams, knowing Keani kind of doing a dual role of punting and kicking, talk about what he's done this year and how he's been able to pull that off when he hadn't punted before, but each week he's getting better and better and laying some inside the 20, getting some down there to where your team can get there almost at the 1 yard line once before he kind of trickled in past the up man. Just talk about what you guys have been able to do with Keani.
Keani's been doing a great job of accepting the role that he's playing, a double dual role and kicking and punting. So, I talked to him yesterday. I told him how great of a job and how much I appreciate the things that he's doing in terms of the kicking game. He's doing a great job of kicking field goals, extra points, and also punting for us, a role that he was just really thrown into that situation now. But he accepted the role and he had embracing it, and he had a 40-yard average this past weekend. I thought that was big for him, and he was always excited about it, and he was like, Coach, I was just only 1 yard from beating Bowply out in punting. So, but that was good for him. I was excited about him in the punting And if they had to touch the ball on the 1 yard line, he probably would have averaged better than Bo Plot during the course of that game. But he's excited about it. He takes it in stride, very easygoing guy during the course of practice. I mess with him all during the course of practice and just get him to do some stuff. And we got a Mayday call, and I always catch them off guard with Mayday, and they'll run down and kick a field goal. No matter where they at, they got to kick a field goal. So, but it's just fun coaching him. He's a very easygoing guy.
Coach, talk about the emergence of Malik Rogers and Montario Hunt. You knew how good they were. The team knew how good they were, but all of a sudden the fans are seeing it now. These last couple of weeks, they've been unbelievable.
It's just a matter of time. You know, you got to get that chemistry together as a quarterback receiver standpoint, and you know, with Allen coming in, and you know, Hunt and Malik, those guys been doing a great job. All the receivers been doing a really good job in terms of what we do. You know, just the fact that who's going to be open, and quarterback find the right guy that's open, especially in the one-on-one coverage. Just find a matchup, and that's who's going to win for you. And I think they've been doing a great job at that. Allen, he's been doing a great job of managing the offense in terms of what we need him to do. Not really turning the ball over, just taking care of the football and reading the coverage that he should.
Coach, talk about homecoming and what its special it is down here on the reservation, and how special it is being at Spinks-Casem Stadium with that crowd and just everything that evolves into this week. I mean, it's been a week-long affair, and it's only going to get better.
You know, it's a chance for all the Alcornites and alumni to come back and to the campus and see the campus. Or some hadn't been there in a while. You know, give those guys the opportunity to come back. And I was just speaking on the homecoming deal the other day, and kind of gave the team a brief understanding of what homecoming meant as far as alumni. And I told some of the guys, if you haven't graduated or become an Alcornite or alumnus from Alcorn State, you know, it's not for you yet. You know, you got a game to prepare for. You know, those guys that's on the team that graduated already, you know, to have some alumnus status by getting a degree early and still playing, you know, and just for those guys that's coming back and people that have been here and paved the way for the young men and women to come back to this campus, and even to as far as recruiting, using the alumni to recruit as well. You know, that's big, you know, for those guys to come back and see this campus and of course watch a good football game.
Coach, speak a little bit, just one time, on what it means to you as an alumni in homecoming and kind of the vibe that you feel every year as both the head coach and alumni, and a little bit as a fan too.
Kind of get excited, you know, in terms of homecoming, you know, but I know that I have a job to do in terms of that. I can't get out and celebrate homecoming the way everybody else is doing it, you know, the people that's not involved in coaching, and you know, but we see the environment that surrounded us, the atmosphere that goes on during the course of homecoming. You know, during the week, I think the players see some of the activities goes on here on campus. You know, you hear a lot of people talking about coming back to homecoming. You know, in that case, I wish it was homecoming every week at home, you know, to get the crowd and the fans in the stands and do those things. I wish homecoming was every week in those terms, you know, sell the season tickets, you know. But homecoming, you know, it means a lot. When I played, and you know, I didn't get a chance to see homecoming a lot when I played. So just to see how people interact with homecoming, the grounds are covered, and you don't see no grass, and all the people around, and it's homecoming. You know, that's the homecoming celebration that everybody would cherish for the rest of their lives. And it's just unfortunate that this ball club don't get a chance to see much of it until the game is over. But these guys know, and they understand that we have a task at hand in playing this football game. So after that, they can celebrate their homecoming.
Coach, last question for you. You see you're wearing your pink, and we have pink pom-poms, and SGA and SAC are going to be out there. Student Athlete Advisory Committee going to be out there with Javonna Smith, just kind of getting that together and selling those pom-poms. Coach, talk about what breast cancer awareness means to you and this entire university during October.
You know, the biggest thing is, and I think the hyper group down here at the department does a real good job of, during the month of October, you know, kind of getting people the Breast Cancer Awareness Week month together in terms of what they do. You know, they do a great job of on one Tuesday or Thursday, whichever way they want to do it, of celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, by honoring those who lost their battles during the course of breast cancer, and plus those who celebrate that beat the cancer. So, and that's big, and you know, we all should embrace that this month in terms of that. And I think I've been wearing pink for for about the last few days myself, you know, just to show my support in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, I know a few people that have had and have overcome those stages of breast cancer. So it means a lot to me. And what we're going to do as a football team, we're going to, prior to the game, we walk out, we will release some balloons in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and honor those who lost the battle against breast cancer, as well as those who celebrating the defeat, who beat breast cancer as well. So we'll be releasing pink balloons right before we come out of the gate. So just to honor those people that breast cancer awareness month as well.
Coach, one word to describe Alcorn football this week. I'm putting you on the spot as always.
Physical this weekend.
Physical. Coach, end us out. As Braves, together we rise.
Braves, together we rise.
Thank you, Coach.